Hey everyone, it's Bailey from the EMH, and I'm back with another Elephant Money video. And ooh, ouch, the market bleeds red, yet somehow Elephant Money just keeps on trucking. All right, so what is the secret sauce? What is the magic here behind our parabolic rise to ascension? All right, so in today's video, guys, just want to touch a little bit upon our price charts, what they've been looking like over the past month or so. Hey, a little update on our super parabolic price appreciation status. And then also, guys, just want to review with you a little bit of our price equations and how we're able to keep this magnificent momentum rocking and rolling and going. And I'll give you a little tool that you can be able to figure out just kind of like how much we're going to be gaining depending on the volume that we're seeing. And guys, the volume is pumping up quite a bit. All right. So guys, if we take a look at this chart here, so this is the daily chart, and notice, guys, so this is for the Elephant BNB liquidity pool. We are on a little bit of a rampage here, all right? And we had this one little red day, all right? And that was when I think BNB, oof, boy, -7%. So like they've been, the blue chips and, pretty much the entire crypto market has been getting slaughtered the last couple of days. And, but we just keep on trucking, right? And if you take a look, guys, at the volume that we're seeing, all right, the last, I would say, pretty much mostly through August is starting to pick up, all right? And that's what's going to really try to drive our parabola up the hockey stick here, all right, is that volume as it picks up. All right, our momentum is just going to go more and more up and to the right at a very rapid pace. All right, so you can see, guys, just great progress being made. Most of the time when we do have a red day, that is because, BNB is actually, been having some difficulties. And I believe BNB is down something like 30% or so since the start of the year. All right, so not that great, but, we are just impervious to pain, it seems like, here in Elephant Money. All right. BUSD liquidity pool is right here, guys. All right. So we have our BUSD liquidity pool. And so this is unaffected by the price of BNB. And this is just pretty much absolutely bonkers. All right. The last red day that we actually had was back July 24th. All right. So about almost a month ago was the last time we lost a little bit of momentum. All right, this just keeps trucking, going and going and going, and even through all the turbulence over the last few days, still green. All right, that backstop, that solid stable coin that is kind of holding our price through any sort of like market volatility. All right, we're always going to have this pool kind of backing up any sort of uncertainty in the market for us. So amazing system, and everything is red, and you look down and at your portfolio and elephant is green. It's just it's unbelievable, guys. And one of the things that has really been driving this volume is these NFTs. All right, and the last couple of days was absolutely insanity. If you went into Telegram, there was just thousands of messages. There was buy bots going off like crazy. People were minting NFTs like there was no tomorrow. All right, I just want to share with you this little Dune dashboard here, where we have our first round of NFTs. There was 10,000 of them, and smart money and the word got out that like these things are absolutely amazing. Because as we see, guys, with our minting, it kind of started off like a nice little bump, with that initial anticipation from the herd. And then it was kind of like a nice, slow, steady kind of climb throughout the end of July and the beginning of August. And then all of a sudden, the last 3 or 4 days, I don't know, maybe they watched my NFT video. I don't know. But people just started going nuts. Okay. And towards the end of the round, if we look at the minting and how it picked up, it was absolutely amazing. Just kind of take a look, guys, here. The last 3 days of minting, 756. All right. And then on the 17th, So 1,777 NFTs minted. There was just batches of 50 just going like nonstop. It was unreal. And then 749 NFTs the next day. So absolutely fire, guys. Now we are in round two, where the price of the BNB, price of the NFTs actually went up a BNB. So now they cost 2 BNBs each, which in my mind is still an absolute steal if you have a long-term time horizon. And with this depressed price of BNB, like it makes it even a little more enticing. So absolutely amazing stuff. That's kind of been super powering our system right now, is that launch of the NFTs, right? I was just unstoppable right there. That this last few days was unreal. So all right, guys. So, all right. So, how are we kind of progressing, and how are we kind of immune to like all this market volatility and everything, right? Well, hey, guys, our products here at Elephant Money pretty much are kind of like always in demand. All right. There's always going to be demand and desire to have NFTs that are going to pay you in an appreciating store value asset, all right, in perpetuity. Like that is just an amazing prospect. Elephant Money futures, all right, 0.5% per day, stable coin cash, all right, that yield is absolutely amazing. Again, that's never going out of style, all right, and then holding the token. All right. The Elephant token is performing better than Bitcoin, better than Ethereum for the last 2 years. It's absolutely destroying and demolishing pretty much any investment out there that you can possibly think of. All right. So yes, like that is also going to be desirable and valuable, right? So this amazing store value asset that just increases. And pretty much, guys, this system is only available on decentralized exchanges, the Elephant token. So pretty much, guys, that it's kind of dictated by just volume. So if the demand for the front office products and the demand to hold an awesome store value token stays strong, which pretty much we've seen over the course of the whole entirety of Elephant Money, it's just been up and to the right, that we're going to be able to kind of keep going despite whatever market condition there is, because there's always demand for this utility in the Elephant Money system. The Elephant token is just an amazing utility token. It provides so many different things, and it powers really our first decentralized community bank, world-class financial collaborative that is going to be revolutionizing the financial industry as we know it. All right, cash flow for all, guys. Yeehaw. All right, so I want to check out, guys, just right here, whipping out the graphic calculator, okay? And I just want to show you just a couple of key concepts behind our price and kind of why it keeps moving forward, all right? So it's all dictated by these mathematical formulas that are in the liquidity pools on PancakeSwap, all right? So there's no kind of speculation, there's no order books, centralized exchanges, all that stuff. That's nonsense, all right? We're sticking to the straight old mathematics. This is the best way to price assets, all right? And Elephant Money is, pretty much one of the only ecosystems that's really kind of leveraging, the awesome power of the constant product formula that's inherent in these automated market maker liquidity pools here. All right, so if you're familiar with my channel, all right, you might be familiar with some of these formulas. But basically, guys, we take that constant product formula, which dictates the amount of tokens that are going to be in a liquidity pool, all right, as people buy and sell, all right, it's always going to be on that curve. And then that location on that curve can be used to find the price of those assets in relation to one another. All right. And then we're going to be able, and we take those two relationships, and we're able to craft through algebra these parabolic price equations. Okay. And this is going to be an equation, guys, that shows you the relationship between the money that is in the liquidity pool and what the price of the elephant would be, okay, in that liquidity pool. All right, and it's a parabolic function, so a parabola, but it's a little different, guys, than, say, this right here. All right, so even though we're starting to see a parabola on our price chart, all right, so it's not going to look exactly like this, okay? Because this, guys, is going to tell us how the price of elephant moves as there's more capital, all right, in the liquidity pool. All right, so this input or X value is just the amount of capital sitting in the liquidity pool, and it spits out the price for us. But a price chart is showing you the price of an asset over time. So on the x-axis on a price chart, it's all about just the time and the volume for each day, okay? And that's going to be key, guys, because as our volume picks up, all right, and gets more and more, you're going to see that the volume really dictates the rapid spike and the rapid move of the parabola on the price chart, okay? And that's where that super parabolic comes from, is that we get to the point where it's moving so fast that human emotion and FOMO kicks in, where it's in the snowballs and the volume picks up and then it's just kind of off to the races from there. All right. But here, guys, this parabola just shows us what those prices are going to be as the capital flows in. Okay. So when BT had like this awesome voice message today, and we were just kind of hanging in Telegram for, it was like 3 hours, it turned out to be. It was just like awesome to listen to. But, you know, he was saying that, you know, elephant money is like a vehicle, right? It's a high performance vehicle. The engine is tuned up, and all you need to do is you put fuel in. You put fuel in and it drives, right? So DCAing, putting capital in, and the price is going to take care of itself, and it's just going to keep trucking and trucking. And we've kind of optimized the engine now, and we've gotten to the point in our liquidity pools and our constant product formulas where if we start putting in capital, we just start the velocity of our price appreciation just keeps picking up quicker and quicker and quicker. All right, and that's one of the things I just kind of want to show you guys a little bit of how that works. Okay, so here are our two price equation curves for liquidity pools. Okay, we have our B&B liquidity pool in red. Okay, and notice how that's a little bit of a wider parabola, so it's a little bit harder to increase its value because it's it's actually a deeper liquidity pool. And then we have our BUSD liquidity pool here in blue. All right, and this rises a little more quickly. It takes a little less capital to get to that same price levels, all right, because that liquidity pool is not as deep, okay? So the deeper your liquidity pool, the more capital it takes to move the price, all right? And in both directions, all right? So having deep liquidity pools for us is really good because people can sell no problem if they wanted to, and it doesn't really have much impact on the price, and they're able to get the best price for both buying and selling, all right? So it's pretty awesome stuff. Okay, so yeah, so one of the things, guys, that I wanted to show you guys is we're approaching that super parabolic kind of like 30 cent per million mark, right? Now, guys, another quick little trick here is like whatever our price is, you know, you just kind of move the decimal 3 places to the right, and that's like our market cap, all right? So this would be, we would have like a 300 million market cap when we hit 30 cents per million. All right. So like right now, if we have like a 29 something cents per million price, that's like a 290 million market cap. So that's like a quick little way to kind of visualize and figure that out. All right. But yeah, so let's take a look, guys. So say if we're targeting something like 30 cents per million. Okay. So I can kind of find 30 cents, all right, per million on my graph, and I can come over and I'll be able to see how much capital would have to be in that BUSD liquidity pool for us to have a price of 30 cents per million for our elephants. All right. And it turns out there would have to be about $15,493,000. All right. So we're just shy of that right now. And then I can also look to see where it connects with our B&B price curve. And here we would need $18,159,000 worth of B&B in our liquidity pool there. And we're just kind of shy of that right now to hit that 30 cents per million price point. All right. And what's cool, guys, is we're going to be able to, because this is all based on mathematical formulas, we'll be able to kind of see how much volume we're going to need on a daily basis to go into our liquidity pools to raise the price up. All right. And I was like, hey, like what about doing this kind of cool thing where getting a penny every single day, you know, because I noticed a few people were like in the telegrams like, oh man, like we're shooting up, or we're almost getting like, you know, 1 extra cent per million, like almost every single day now. Whereas you know, earlier in the year, we were like, we were stuck at like 12 cents per million for a long time. And then we started to break through recently. And now we're really picking up speed with our price appreciation. Okay. So like say, hey, 31 cents per million, right? And if we look there, and what we would be able to do is kind of see like, all right, so if I need this amount to get to 30 cents per million, and then I can click here and we can get this amount to get to 31 cents per million. Okay. So if we're at 30 cents per million in our BUSD liquidity pool, to get to 31 cents per million, it looks like we would need about another $250,000. Okay. And then if we go over here to our B&B liquidity pool and we take a look, because Bertha's going to be dollar cost averaging through our elephant money buyback program and buy with Bertha. She's going to be buying from both liquidity pools, you know, whatever is cheapest. Same with participants. All right. You're going to be getting the best deal, and you're going to be getting from either liquidity pool if you buy with Bertha. All right. The system will find the best deal for you and buy from either liquidity pool. All right. So these are going to be going up in a somewhat balanced fashion. All right. So right here, guys, it looks like it's probably pretty much right on the nose of like $300,000 there. Okay. So what that means, guys, is if we hit that like 30 cent threshold, you know, we would need 300,000, 250,000. So about like $550,000 to go from like 30 cents per million to 31 cents per million. And what's kind of exciting is like the last few, you know, days, like we've been seeing volumes that are like surpassing that. All right. Especially with like our crazy, like just mint NFT FOMO. That was insane. But we're going to notice, guys, that we're going to be starting to get to those volumes again where, you know, we're going to be knocking off and picking up like a penny per million. And then who knows from there, maybe more, depending on that like super parabolic FOMO that we get. Okay. So it's pretty cool stuff, guys. And what I, you know, just want to show you guys is that it's going to get easier and easier to build and pick up speed. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys this. And one of the key things to note about a parabola like this is that the rate of change is not linear, and it increases and gets larger over time. What that means, guys, is for every single like constant or the same amount of input, the same amount of capital, every time we put in that same amount of capital, the price is going to appreciate a little bit more and a little bit faster. Okay. And you can kind of see, like, I drew these triangles here where I had them for every $100,000. All right. Every $1 million rather. And, you know, what you're going to notice is the price kind of picks up and goes up all right, a little bit more every single time for the same constant change in the input, we actually just gain more and more output or more and more price appreciation. All right, so that's kind of like a really, and if we scroll out, you can see it a little bit how like, these are all the same amount of money. And you can just kind of tell a little bit that the vertical line gets a little bit steeper each time we go. All right. And it starts to get more and more steep as we progress up that parabola. And then as more volume comes in, this just balloons when you get to the price chart. All right. So that's where it's really going to start to like kind of show itself. So pretty exciting stuff. All right. So I just want to leave you guys with this. So I created here a little bit of kind of like a price chart where I was just looking at and taking the same things we just did on this graphing calculator, where I was going up a penny each time and just kind of figuring out what the difference would be. All right. And how much capital it would take in each liquidity pool to progress to that next 1 penny per million elephant tokens. And the cool thing is you're going to see that it just takes less capital every single time to get to that next penny. All right. So it's really cool, guys. And we're going to start to see just really rapid, crazy price appreciation as we just get fuel, right? As we just get more volume. Okay. And that's what's awesome, guys. So that's the whole idea behind the each one teach one, more people, all right, more volume. And then we're just going to be creating this unstoppable economic engine that's really going to be providing everyone with awesome, stable cash flow, price appreciation on great store of value assets and everything. We're just going to be destroying things and just absolutely dominating the scene when it comes to finance and putting a lot of people in a good position to be successful. So yeah, so here's the scoop, guys. And if you want to play around with this will be linked. But basically, guys, you can put in the price of BNB and you can put in the price of, or sorry, our combination for our liquidity pool. All right. However, or how I always do this, guys, is like I'll just go to a site, like I'll go to Deck Screener and I'll just get like the information like right here. And I just copy it and I just paste it into the spreadsheet. So it's nothing fancy. All right. So you can always, if you wanted to play around with it, you can always update it if you wanted to. Okay. And so it's going to tell you the price. And then, guys, so I came down here and I put in just price per million. And then I was able to get how much dollar value that would be according to our parabolic price equations. All right. And then I would just have to subtract one line from the next to find the difference. Okay. And as of right now, so that first one there that we eyeballed on our graph, all right, it looked like, yeah, so we needed about 300,000 to go from here to here. Okay, this first one here is basically we're almost there. So this one is going off of our current price. But yeah, to get the 30 to 31, we would need about 300K. And from 30 to 31 in the BUSD, we would need about like 256,000 is what it was. Okay. But what's cool, guys, is you're going to notice that it actually, the amount of capital it takes to get every single next penny is actually like less and less. All right. So we're optimized our engine. All right. We're going to just be picking up steam from here. And it's going to be pretty amazing stuff. All right. A wild ride. So if we can kind of focus on that each one teach one idea and keep the momentum going, we're going to be in absolutely great shape. All right. So yeah, really looking forward to the future and everything. And it's going to be a pretty wild ride. All right. So I'm going to link all this stuff for you guys. And what's cool is if you wanted to, I mean, you can change this. Like you could do, hey, how about 50 cents? And you'll be able to see like how much capital it would take to go from there to there and everything. So you can play around with the chart and everything, but it gives you just kind of like a ballpark idea of of the type of volume we're going to see to move these prices forward. And we're really kind of right there where we could expect to see about like a penny per day. All right. And, this is pretty much market immune, because if people want to participate in the system and get awesome yield through futures and the NFTs and the elephant token, which is absolutely dominating, we are going to see these prices play out, because it's all dictated on the mathematics of the liquidity pools. And that's what makes the system so strong. All right, that's one of the things that is really a hallmark of our system here. So all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, if you did, smash that like button and give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family. Remember, each one teach one. And until next time, Herd, this is Bailey from the EMH. I'm out.